because of the good of our economy, because of the good of the sector, as HiPipo, we thought that we need to think of an equal platform and an opportunity that makes some good noise, very good necessary noise about the sector. One that shines a light on every single story. But then we thought that maybe we should do a documentary, maybe we should write a very big magazine every year about fintech. And then it all couldn't add up because that can be done by anyone. So the best thing we thought was we should find an event that showcases 40 stories of 40 fintechs every single year and allowing each of the fintech stakeholders to come and tell their story.
As part of its ongoing financial inclusion efforts, HiPipo delivered the inaugural 40 Days, 40 Fintechs initiative, bringing together 41 entities that are actively involved in Uganda and Africa's digital financial transformation. Held between May 13th and July 17th, the 40 Days 40 Fintechs project, organized by HiPipo in partnership with Crosslake Tech, ModusBox and Mojaloop Foundation, saw players in fintech, agritech, edutech, and e-commerce, among others, share their life-impacting stories, which were relayed on live TV, mainstream and online media. Kanzu Code.
Kanzu Code is a technology company that builds inclusive financial tools for businesses and individuals and communities. So one of those tools is Kanzu Banking, which is a software that makes it very easy for SACCOs, investment clubs, and microfinance institutions to manage their portfolios. Another one of those tools is Kanzu Money that allows to send money from one mobile operator to another in a very simple way. We also build enterprise solutions for enterprise web and mobile solutions for different businesses.
Malan.
The products we have under Malan, we have the bulk payment product. We're mainly helping SMEs to send bulk payments to their employees because probably of a KYC element, KYC meaning I know your customer. You find that most of these companies, they do not have enough information about their customers, or they cannot open bank accounts. So their employees end up not being able to. So what we do is that we enable the SMEs to be able to send them money or send the people that they want money. Then also we have Yasako. Yasako is a new service that will be coming to you soon on Airtel. It's a microcredit or microloan service for people to top up their utility bills. So we're going to start with electricity. So ideally it's electricity all year on credit. So once you run out of electricity, you just use the service and then you get a token within 2-3 seconds.
EasyLend.
EasyLend is a product that can be utilized by SACCOs, actually basically from SACCOs to money lenders. With EasyLend, you can easily track transactions of your clients from deposits, withdrawals, loans. With loans, it can help you to do the calculations, know the net worth of the credit worth of your client, so that you do not give them more money than they need. The same would apply to money lenders. If a money lender is giving out money and is using our solution, he can know the credit worth of their customer.
Bionic.
We have in Uganda. So what Bionic has done is to develop a solution that actually eliminates the middle people, the levels of approval in the system. For example, Ian could be the person who initiates a payment. We have a group of, say, finance staff that will go in to review this payment. On top of these are other products that are built. For example, serving the e-commerce customers. You know, right now the economy is going digital. How can you support people that are people in Chikubo? So we have tools that we developed to actually grow the e-commerce ecosystem.
Computering Palace Technologies.
But among our cores is the management systems, because we understand that data or information for any company needs to be kept, or for any organization. But again, there is the processes which are involved. So in automating these processes, that's where we came up with the initiatives for these systems. One is the circle management system, which helps in the automation of the circle management process. Basically, where people can save, they can deposit, and all that is incorporated in the circle management system. Then we have the schools management system, because schools have a lot that goes on. But these processes, once they are automated, it makes life easier for the administrators.
Yo TV.
The TV channels is an application, an online application, or an IPTV service, or call it an IPTV solution that aggregates all TVs and all radios and brings entertainment content like movies and music and comedy, all entertainment content together in one place, and you access it seamlessly in one place as long as you have a mobile phone and an internet connection.
Lusuku.
Lusuku is basically a garden online. You translate your garden to anything that you would want to sell online, and you meet customers and farmers on the same platform. So you can buy items ranging from fresh apples, pineapples, watermelons, name it, to sponges, to mortars, to all those small items that you would have gotten in the market. Of course, all of them coming from the garden. And then make a purchase, pay online using mobile money or cash on delivery, depending on your preferred module. We currently deliver only in Kampala, with plans to expand to other parts of the region. But the products can come as outside as Kabale, Mbale, name it, within the entire region. It's just that delivery is easier right now to handle in Kampala because of the logistics challenges we are still facing as a growing company.
Trustfinity Uganda Limited.
First of all, we come from northern Uganda, and this place has been affected by war for a very long time. So we've had the opportunity to live next to those IDP camps, and we now know how all these camps work. We know the challenges that are faced in the camps. We know especially the financial challenges that are facing the camps, the IDP camps.
So what we decided to do is build a platform that extends microcredit to organized women group in these settlements, whereby collections and disbursements through mobile money, because this is the obvious penetration platforms that can be reached even to the lowest levels of settlements.
True African.
We have Village Savings and Loans Associations, the VSLA's solution called Imara, which consists of an e-recording tool and also gives access to village savings groups, access to credit. They're able to access credits for the group to then on lend to its members. That platform is used also to collect information so that they have, it basically replaces the ledger books that they've been using to digitize that information so that it's easily accessible, not only for them, they're able to give easy statements, they're able, a borrower or a member of the group is able to track the transactions that they've had with that particular group.
Social Lend Africa.
We are a peer-to-peer finance platform. That means we have a community of lenders and borrowers, but with the borrowers, our focus as a market segment is on small business owners and entrepreneurs, because we believe they really need access to finance to be able to grow and scale their businesses. Studies have showed that there is a finance gap of 4.8 billion for SMEs, and banks or traditional financial institutions have not filled it up for one reason or the other. So this is why we want to leverage our community of lenders to be able to extend, very affordable small amounts of money to these small business owners to enable them continue to operate.
Cyctron.
We're developing an open loop multilateral payment system to help people easily move money between different financial institutions. Yeah. Currently, we are working on a mobile app that will also double as a point of sale bill and payment system as well. Yeah. With this platform, people should be able to receive money through the wallet exchanges and also through the debit and credit cards that the banks issue around the country.
Chap Chap Africa.
So we deal with small businesses and we try to help them solve many of their challenges which lead them to failing before their first anniversary. But we can't solve all of them at a go and by ourselves, so we focus on 3 problems. One being access to finance, the other being access to new revenue channels, and the third being access to business tools.
Chap Chap, C will stand for creating, H will stand for harmony, A will stand for among, then P will be people.
Zopa Limited.
TicTech is a product of Copper Limited. Copper Limited is just a software development company. We deal in software development, any kind of software. Well, TicTech, it all started from the gaps. How could we reduce on the frauding in the events? Well, how could someone buy a ticket from home and then he just attends the event? And then without an hassle. You don't need to drive here, you don't need to drive where. You just get your phone and then you buy a ticket, either using a USSD or you can go to a web portal. TicTech is a web application. You just need to visit www.tictech.com.
Yugamat.
We have what you call a personal wallet, and it goes by the brand UG Wallet. Yeah, that one enables you to move conveniently with your finances across the globe. It allows you to move money from any source of funds, say mobile money into the wallet, bank into the wallet, and vice versa. Mobile money onto Visa, prepaid card, and vice versa. So for a traveler, a trader who would want to go to the destinations like China, you don't have to carry cash with you. So it saves you on security, the risk of moving with cash.
Bulade Financial Services.
Bulade was started by Uganda Land Board in 2016 with an objective to transform communities through land development. We came to understand that most people have land and many want to own land. But there is a challenge of those who own land who have not been able to utilize that land for their financial benefit. You find that a number of land is unutilized in Uganda or underutilized. So Bulade came up basically to see that people can develop their land, and the first step of developing land is to build your ownership rights. So that is the first phase, to ensure that you can improve on the security of tenure, process the document that shows that you are the rightful owner of that land, or a document that shows that these are your rights, which are well described, and you can use that to access finances, to access bank loans, to engage in partnerships with other developers, to be able at least to improve on your well-being.
Enabling Finance Limited.
Lenders themselves don't even know very well the various regulations that are governing money lending in Uganda, and then borrowers on the other side, and these are the issues which we're trying to address through Finebla. Borrowers on the other side, often don't even have security to borrow, which, while necessary, we as Enabling Finance, through our service under Finebla, know that it is possible for somebody to access finance without necessarily having security, or perhaps even if they have security, even if where their security is insufficient, there are methods, there are financial models which if implemented to the purpose of the loan you are borrowing for, can enable you borrow hopefully even less, and therefore requiring less the need for security.
New Life Technologies, Cameroon.
New Life Technologies is a startup that is based in Yaoundé, Cameroon. And we created New Life Technologies because we have a dream. We want to take Africa to the next level of when it comes to technology. So in February 2020, we officially started. We got some staff and we started our own product, and we even got some clients for mobile apps that we work with, and we have been able to raise these funds to be able to run our own product. And I want to say that we have grown faster than we really thought. And
Craft Silicon.
Craft Silicon is a fintech company. It's Kenyan-based with the headquarters in Nairobi, and we have over 250 customers around the globe, and in like 45 countries. And we offer a range of products which start from core banking solutions, mobile banking, agency banking. So our maiden product was mainly the core banking solution, but with the need to get financial inclusion and reach out to simplicity of payment to the customer, we're able to innovate on mobile banking, which is a solution that allows you to send money and withdraw to your mobile wallet at the time of convenience.
Ccoin, Tunisia.
We have like 30 years, me and my co-founder, experience in business development and technology, and we are the first blockchain and cryptocurrency tech startup in Tunisia. We're using blockchain, we're using cryptocurrencies, yes. We're using tech libraries, yes. We're using programming frameworks.
RG Consult.
RG Consult is a mother to Nakasero Market, which is www.nakaseromarket.com, where it's a link where you tap and you purchase all your goods that you want, and they are delivered to you in time. But you make payments on delivery, but you can also make online. You can do Visa and mobile money, but they are identified fruits, matoke, stuff like that. You identify what you want, you tap, and then it gives you a page. It gives you a page where it shows pay on delivery or pay by online. So you tap whichever you're comfortable with.
I've learned a lot. We have interacted a lot, and it was really amazing to find some women who are co-founders, who are heading some of these fintechs. There is Monica Choncho, Chap co-founder. There is Nisha Bridget, founder Nakasero Online. There is Valentine, Mindset Coders. And there is Hamwe East Africa, co-founded by Stella Lugalambi. Yes, so it's real great seeing women being innovative, seeing women coming out to do such financial technology that is mostly considered for men.
Safe Border.
The company has grown, so currently we have over 18,000 borders who are safe borders, and we have over 250,000 customers who use those safe borders. On the financial services, so two parts. On the safe border rider side, we have loans. So they can get a cash loan based on like how they are earning. They can get an asset loan through a partnership that we have, so they can get a new bike and pay for that over time. So they get to own the asset. Then we have savings with a partnership with a bank. So a safe border can decide to save 10,000, 20,000, 50,000 on a weekly basis. And that money will go to their bank account, to their mobile money account after a period of time. One is insurance, so a safe border can with a small premium, get access to insurance services. So they pay 6,000 shillings on a monthly basis.
Cente.
Cente is an e-commerce and financial services platform that was started out in 2018, basically February 1st. So what we do is to actually connect African businesses and African consumers to the global digital economy. So we basically connect sellers if you want to sell something on our platform or online, or you're also looking to buy products and services from whichever category that you may think of, or you are a business that just needs to have your office supplies given to you and you do not want to waste time moving from point A to point B looking for these products.
Pegasus.
Pegasus was or is a brainchild of two people, incidentally both called Ronald, myself and a colleague of mine called Ronald. And at the time, both of us were employees of one of the utilities, National Water and Sewage Corporation. We'd both just returned from doing our master's degrees in the UK, and of course were employed to run an IT department of one of the government institutions. But we quickly realized as we went about our day's work that there was so much that could be improved by just simple automation. One of the things that was endemic or prevalent at the time was that there was generally low collection of bills. Ideally, remember that when a bill had to be issued, a meter reader would come to your house, read a bill, go back, have that bill, that reading turned into a bill and brought to you. And when you got your bill, you had to go to the National Water offices, queue up and pay the bill. Now, we quickly realized that one of the limitations to that was that, number one, National Water had few offices scattered around Kampala. So there was a big distance someone had to walk to find one of the National Water offices to be able to pay their bill. That was problem number one. Problem number two is that National Water offices were open at the same time that people were in their offices. So someone trying to pay their bill had to literally leave their offices at the same time they were supposed to be working, go to a National Water office, queue up, and pay this bill. So even the people that had a willingness to pay did not find the time to leave their offices during work time, traverse town to get to the nearest National Water offices, queue up, and then pay their bill. So already that had a problem. But so that is just from the payer's point of view. But even from the institution's point of view, it meant they always had queues at their front offices. They had to have armed security on premises because of money. They had to have bullion vans that come and collect this money and take it to the bank. Then they had people that would go to the cash offices, pull out cash, and say, I'll pay you back tomorrow, and never pay it back. So, just to put in perspective, the amount of money that the bullion vans got paid by National Water in 2007 when we did this solution was about 700 million per year, just to get money from premises and take it to the banks. Now, remember again, this was before mobile money came. Our idea at the time was, why don't we leave National Water to do water sales and services, and we allow the collectors of money, the professionals in collecting money to do that? Why don't we get the banks to collect money on behalf of National Water? The question that came up was, how then does National Water get notified of the collection at the bank in real time? And that is where integration came in.
Flutterwave Uganda.
Flutterwave in Uganda is about 1 year old, 1 year and like 5 months. What we're doing today in Uganda is we're offering an opportunity for businesses to accept payments, right? Our mission here is to simplify payments for endless possibilities. And so in Uganda today, we're allowing businesses today to be able to collect payments across different platforms. Today we offer two primary products. One of them is Flutterwave for Business, and that includes Flutterwave stores, where we allow businesses to be able to create stores online without needing a website. One thing we also offer is the event engine, meaning today, let's say as HiPipo, if you sign up today, you're able to power your event without needing a third-party provider.
Flutterwave San Francisco.
Okay, we're a payments technology company. We help businesses and individuals to receive payments from all over the world. We are, our main goal is to kind of bridge the gap in the fragmented payment system in Africa. There are different payments methods that are popular in different parts of Africa. So for Uganda, for example, I know that mobile money is quite popular. In Nigeria, people tend to prefer direct bank account transfer, or they do USSD. So we decided to do the hard work of ensuring that we create a payment gateway and payment solutions that enable businesses and individuals to receive payments and send payments all over the world without the hassle of trying to integrate every single payment method.
Jumia.
We are an e-commerce platform that's centered around Jumia Logistics and Jumia Pay. And so the marketplace is basically how vendors list their products onto our platform and consumers purchase the items. For logistics, that's our logistics. Basically, that's a team that delivers the items across the country. And then Jumia Pay, it hasn't launched here in Uganda yet, but it facilitates online transactions on our platform. Yes, that's Jumia. So we are actually celebrating 8 years. Although in Uganda we started in 2014. So Jumia, I can't exactly go into the numbers in terms of consumers and orders, but it's been a very interesting journey to see how Ugandans have adapted to e-commerce and the whole concept of online shopping. We started, of course, very small. There was Hello Food, but eventually branched out into Jumia Food. We also have the e-commerce platform that has also grown. We've seen more vendors join our platform, more consumers purchase items onto our platform. So it's been a very interesting journey to see e-commerce grow in Uganda.
Softbox, MyLib.
The application, MyLib, comes from the background of having a challenge with visualizing during my learning as a child, whereby whenever a teacher came to class without a chart or colored chalk, I ended up finding that lesson a little bit stressful compared when they had a colored chart or an illustration tool for me to look forward to. So I envisaged that there were very many young learners like me. Came up with a little bit of cartoons initially, and you're thinking, what if this funny looking guy can deliver a lesson? So I think a child would be kind of interested and like learning from this character rather than a very serious and mugged up teacher. We came up with a sample lesson that we took to an educator, a headmistress then, that had a school. And we did a little bit of testing with her class. As much as the material wasn't accurate, because we were not teachers and we didn't exactly what to do with what a student would need for learning, the entire class filled up.
Screen Technologies, land in a box.
What we sought out to do was to provide support for companies that are looking to connect across our trade finance, across our insurance, and across equally payments. So we do a product that enables financial institutions, like the current partners that we have, to reach SMEs with these particular solutions.
Mwanjala, Zambia.
Currently, we've targeted the one province in the country, that's in the Copper Belt province, because that's where most of the team is. So we have 2 TV stations there, a radio network as well, and a few independent wholesalers that sell their products on the website, messaging platform. They have ads there, as well as communication, as well as the payment aspect also coming in. So we were thinking more of that. I mean, that's for the long term, but I feel like this is fine. We have a shared open source software and the security. It's fine, really. I think that could work as well, especially with using blockchain technology for this. So we should be.
So financial players need to get in connection with the retailers. So Mwanjala is providing a solution to make sure that financial players and retailers are on board, to make sure they serve that final consumer of their goods.
Frontier Alliance, Canada.
We are building financial inclusion platform. We are calling Nomadics, in short for Nomad Exchange and Communications, that will enable or provide bill payments and remittance services.
Swipe to Pay.
We are a business that is in the business of building tools for small businesses to grow. Like I said, we set ourselves out to first digitize payments. How can they accept any other mode of payment other than cash? Then we realized there's bigger of a problem, or it's too big a problem for us to just focus on payments. They had other issues, so you'll find a person selling and they'll tell you, yeah, I can get paid, but I want to grow my business at the end of the line. For them to grow their business, they need to first understand how their business is working. So in there, we built a mobile app for them to do business process management. Things I talked about, like inventory, sales and expenses. It's available on Google Play Store. So you just go to Google Play Store and search for Swipe to Pay POS. Sign up and start using, free of charge. So for us, the end in mind is how do we make it easy for Mama Ali to get access to credit from a bank? So if we streamline how she does her business, make sure she has the tools to accept payments, then we use what we call business performance data to check if they're credit worthy or not. Then they can access credit.
Jumo.
Jumo has been in existence since about 2014, and in Uganda since 2016. What we really do in Uganda is provide financial services through the mobile money ecosystem. We are aiming to provide services to everyone who has a mobile phone, not people who have a bank account and a mobile phone, not people who are salaried, but everyone who has a mobile money account. And primarily the product in Uganda that has taken off is Wewole. We've gotten up to 2.2 million customers to date, and given out about 12.2 million loans to each of those customers. The product is really a short-term credit product. There's no collateral. All you need to do is go to your mobile money menu and check and see how much you have in terms of your Wewole balance, and then you borrow, and then repayment is done on your wallet.
Gombe Education Services, GES.
So we came up with a virtual school or an online school, and in this exercise we are teaching children right from baby class up to senior 6. However, we have a dream of even going beyond those classes. So how is this learning done? Our children simply study via Zoom, and then we give them assignments on another platform which is called Edmodo. On this Edmodo platform, we send an assignment, the child does the assignment, and it is sent back in an image form. So the teacher goes back to the same platform and simply grades this child's work. We grade the work in terms of comments.
StarTimes Solar.
Our package comes with a 24-inch TV. This TV, you find it has an inbuilt decoder, okay? So it is a LED TV. That is the first component in the package. And then also we have a digital battery in that package. Also we have 4 bright lights. Those ones are LED bulbs, okay? Then we also have a solar panel. Then we also have a phone charging cable to help people charge in the villages. Then also we give customers 2 years access to our channels. That is our StarTime channels. Then lastly, we also give customers 2 years warranty on the products. Right? It means that we're actually nearer to the final people or to the final customers.
As a woman, I will say that we are usually the ones who easily adopt to or multitask in our home. And this can be that you maybe come from work back home and help your child with homework. So the way I see it is that we are actually reaching out to the women in the lesser populated areas and or also the less fortunate areas, the rural areas especially, because the urban there's a lot of electricity. People now have electricity everywhere in the urban areas, but with the rural areas they do not have access to electricity. And with StarTime Solar, people are able to benefit by getting this service. It's affordable, that's one. They can pay as little as 3,000 shillings per day.
Mindset Coders.
So why we teach coding to young children, it's because
they're young people, they're creative, they can think critically. So we give them these skills, the coding skills, to enable them to see the different opportunities around them, to see the challenges, notice them, and then come up with solutions with them. When they usually, kids interact with technology, but they don't know how it's made. They don't know how, they can't appreciate it and see how it's made. So we show it to them, we tell them that this is how technology is made. We give you the skills, we give them the skills to actually create their own technology, and then they can appreciate it. So once they appreciate it, they have that aspect where they look at problems around them and they can think of what they can create for it.
Yo Uganda Limited.
We started in 2006 as a technology company offering various solutions that make use of existing mobile phone technologies to offer benefits to businesses. For example, software solutions, mobile financial services solutions to merchants to allow them to accept mobile payments, to companies to let them use mobile money to pay their vendors, employees, and so on. And we also enable financial institutions to link their systems into the existing mobile money networks. This allows international remittances to be delivered directly to mobile phones. It allows you to withdraw your money from your bank account and it goes directly into your mobile phone. And also the reverse, if you receive money on your mobile phone, you're able to send it into your bank account directly.
Hamwe, East Africa.
One of our flagship products is M-Farmer, M being mobile, which was basically a platform to enable farmers get content through both web, app, and SMS channels. We set up that in 2015, and while we were working with the farmers, agribusinesses, advanced cooperatives, we also found that there was need for farmers who needed last mile access to payments, both inbound and outbound. So we created another platform or module which we have branded as HiPipo. HiPipo is a platform where we've connected to the key mobile network operators. It works on mobile money, and as of this year, we are completing integration with one of the key aggregators who works with banks, and we believe then that will enable us to offer, to give a better offering of our service.
One of the future plans we have is to have virtual accounts because of the limited banks up country in most of these villages. If someone has to have an account, they have to travel 100 kilometers, 20 kilometers, spend 10,000 just to go and bank money. So what we decided is if there is a way of having virtual accounts. So we've been talking to several banks. We've also talked to the apex body for SACCO to see how we can incorporate these savings if they go past the limit of a telecom. What do we do if someone earns more than 7 million? So we've engaged banks to have a virtual account set up where the farmer doesn't have to walk in the bank. We already have done the KYCs for them, which means I know where the farm is geolocated, I know how much they have been producing for the last 1 year. So I already have better KYCs than any bank could actually ever accumulate. So the banks will be able to open virtual accounts for these farmers. And when the farmers are willing and happy, they will one day walk into the bank.
Merchandise Uganda.
Merchandise Uganda, it is a business community, a marketplace. We started in 2019. And it is a business community whereby people open up their online shops, their showrooms, and showcase their products and services. So to access our platform, it is online. You go to www.merchandiseuganda.com. It is a website, and it helps people to connect to clients locally and both global.
File tax.
There's been a gap with filing of income tax returns. What most people know is I have a TIN, but what is your obligation after having a TIN? There's obligation of filing the what? The income tax returns for the respective tax heads that you've registered for. From my 8 years of experience so far, I've had issues where there are so many assessments that have been raised, and these assessments have come up with penalties and then interest, which are really unnecessary, because someone at the end of the day doesn't know what their obligation is after obtaining a TIN. So basically, what File Tax does is to come in and aid you and guide you on the filing of the what? Of the returns on your behalf.
Yafe.
Recently, we realized that saloons and spas across the country usually have issues getting clients or even retaining them. And at the same time, people who want to use salon and spa services have issues waiting on salon benches, walking to their nearest salon, and finding salon time for their favorite services. So we designed a platform, which is a website and an application that could help any person order for salon services online based on his or her location.
Tradelands.
Through 252, we have a range of products. We have products, for example, for a day-to-day customer, if he wants to recharge his data or buy airtime. We also have services for somebody making a paying, for example, for insurance, paying for waste management, paying for rent, and a number of products. We also have products tailor-made for the corporate world, which are mainly web-based run, like bulk payments to staff for allowances, also corporate airtime. People are able to disperse airtime to staff at the beginning of the month and other periods.
The initiative also had open discussions around further enhancement of financial inclusion, interoperability, and collaborations.
A lot of transactions are made, but we the customers have to subscribe to each and every developer that comes up with a solution. Each fintech that comes up and says, okay, we want to solve people who are dealing with school fees. We want to solve e-learning. We want to deal with the people who are distributing agricultural products. They want them fresh. But now, else the subscription, we are transacting with each and every bank, with each and every mobile money account. But at the end of the day, the thing is, we are transacting. And then we need a service. Why don't all these come to the same ecosystem where I don't need to worry of who I belong to, who do I transact with. I have a bank account, and then I have a mobile money account. I have an insurance account. I have 17 applications dealing with finances. Yet I would aim at one subscriber and then push money to the different people in the vast community.
So I've learned a lot about Mojaloop, and it's one of the tools we've adopted heavily, and it's what we used while we were building our Kanzu money.
But we're looking at creating an ecosystem whereby, in as much as it's easy to move money from your mobile money account, from your bank account, from your circle, you can also use this money to either invest in something, use this money to do a payment, pay school fees, or even send it outside the country. So we want to create one ecosystem where people can enjoy services.
It's a nightmare if, as Bionic, I wanted to connect to any bank in Uganda. It's what you go through to acquire an API that helps your clients pay directly into their bank is a nightmare. So having someone like Mojaloop, who is trying to bring everyone into one ecosystem, and as Bionic, all I have is to plug into Mojaloop and be able to support so many clients out there that are crying for this solution is massive.
We can no longer rely on one solution to give us, everything that we need. And so what Mojaloop does, being that one solution that loops into all others and gives a solution to all of them, and they interconnect, okay? The operating with each other. So what happens is, as your TV channels, we are trying to diversify, okay? And that's what we will do moving forward, to bring more products into this product.
If they can address those issues for us, it's a fantastic thing. From the way that we see, the way it's been explained to us, the way it's being built, we think that it's a fantastic thing. The question is, when do we get it?
So with Mojaloop coming up, it's easy for people to adopt it because it's cheap and open source, and it will help having all the small-scale businesses and maybe IT companies that want to connect to several payment platforms to go through it.
There is tools that we're going to have to adopt, and then also either build that in-house or as principals, or like work to contribute to the community, which we want, of course, to be part of.
And I would love to see more and more of these initiatives to help our businesses, not just any other business, but the financial inclusion businesses to actually adopt, because now is what we need. That is the digital inclusion, and digital is the future.
As a technology, it marries different siloed financial islands and brings them together. And so, as for me as a practitioner in the field, I think it's something that's been long overdue. We are very eager to be involved with Mojaloop.
Advocating for financial inclusion is 365 days work every single year. So, of course, we have more events coming in the year. We have the Women in FinTech Hackathon and Summit that is coming in September. We have the 7th edition of the Include Everyone Summit and the Digital Impact Awards Africa also happening in September. We are engaging stakeholders a little bit more. We have created engagement platforms on WhatsApp, on Slack. We are having different convenings with the Mojaloop community to share more information about emerging technology and specifically to get updates about Mojaloop open source software. We are making sure that we profile every single bit of the challenges and all the findings we've had and the feedback, and we're going to work back, and when we come back for the 2nd edition of the 40 Days for the Fintechs initiative next year and the FinTech Landscape Exhibition, we should be able to have everyone benefit much more than they ever benefited this year.
Now it's very evident that an economy that includes everyone will benefit everyone.